Okay, we could spend a lot of time on this slide. I probably won't spend too much. What is a data pipeline? Put simply, it moves data and transforms it from a source to a target. So there's the ingestion phase, which can involve extraction, capturing a live event, streaming that event to a target. It'll involve loading it, maybe a batch load, maybe an incremental batch or a bulk load. You can append data or merge it with a target. Transformation is critical. Transformation might take place during flight in an ETL pattern. It might take place more commonly now in an ELT pattern where you've got transformation taking place on the target. So common transformation functions include filtering of data, combining or merging data sets, formatting or reformatting, applying a structure to it, applying a schema, evolving that structure based on what's happening on the source, and then cleansing it, removing duplicates or validating that data. Now, this can apply to structured data existing in rows and columns. It could apply to semi-structured data, maybe objects that have simple tags on them, or fully unstructured data. In all these ways, you've got to ingest data and transform it in some fashion for analytics. It applies to schemas and metadata, other types of metadata as well. So all this exists on premises, in hybrid environments, in cloud, and increasingly in multi-cloud environments. There's a pretty rich software ecosystem that we're talking about here. The patterns are not just ETL anymore. They're also ELT, ETLT, reverse ETL, where you're operationalizing data from the data warehouse to activate, for example, digital ad platforms or other applications. There are a polyglot set of languages here. A lot of active open source projects. Spark plays a big role in pipelines these days, as does Kafka, and a lot of commercial tools have started to standardize on Spark, Kafka, GitHub, the DBT open source project, and DBT as a company is taking hold in a big way. So there's a lot going on here. And the other thing I'll just put an exclamation point on are the AI bots. ChatGPT, as I mentioned before, has a significant chunk of data engineers already experimenting with it. And I think there'll be more of that. It doesn't reduce the expertise required, but it can potentially improve the productivity because you can have people that, if they inspect the outputs of ChatGPT, can use it to write documentation, can use it to build starter code, they can use it to debug pipeline code, and so forth. So in sum, there's a rich ecosystem. Modern data pipelines comprise a lot of functions and draw from a very rich ecosystem of capabilities.